Hello everyone, Paulo P13 here, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is the beginning of a new weekly series that I'm putting out called This Past Week in Marvel Strike Force. This is the first episode, and admittedly there were some issues when making it all for the first time. So actually, This Past Week in Marvel Strike Force Episode 1 is going to be including stuff from the last 2 weeks. So what is this series about and how does it work? Well, basically, it's kind of a bit of a news recap, but not just news recap. It's going to be like wide, just general stuff that's come to the game, some announcements and things that have happened in that regard. But then it's also going to be a little bit more individual, like if anyone in the community has some content that they'd like shared, like they've unlocked a character, they've had something fun, a little clip, something funny, a glitch or anything like that, I would love to highlight that as well. So it's a bit of the big game and then some of the small stuff and then maybe some other random videos that I came across or in the community that I really liked that I would like to point your attention to, or any videos that I did or anything like that, and just a bit of a recap and discussion and hopefully highlight compilation type video. I'm going to be making this every week and it's going to be coming out on Sunday nights. So yeah, that's basically it. So for this week, I'm just going to give you a bit of an overview of some stuff that you're going to see in it. There's going to be some stuff about glitches. By that I mean it's actually going to, I'm going to try and find some screenshots and some clips of glitches that have happened to me or others in the community that I can use. I'm going to discuss the Domino campaign, which as I'm recording this literally just ended, but it's been on for about 2 weeks now, I think. It was on for a long stretch of time for most of this period. Some things with the Ironheart Blitzes, some Black Order gameplay, courtesy of Roach, some comments on ISO 8, as it has actually had quite a lot of information coming about it. Some talk about the Unity event. There's so much about that. A couple of videos that I was a part of, just a quick introduction to that. The raid season leaderboard updates. Some legendaries, which are not as important, but Payday came by, Star-Lord event came by, Negasonic Teenage Warhead came out. So some obviously that has to do with the Unity event, but basically all of that type stuff. Blitz bots were discussed. An orb opening event is coming soon, and obviously there was a huge controversy within the last little while regarding one of the biggest content creators in the game. So you're going to see some stuff about all of that as we get into this video. So again, let me know what you guys think, or if there's any format changes you guys want to see in this in the future. Just let me know that down in the comments. Join my Discord, let me know. Because obviously episode 1 is greatly subject to change as it goes forward, but I'm excited for this, so let's get into it. Alright, to get this started, I'm just going to go over a couple of glitches. Some of the footage I was hoping to use for some glitches, I disappeared, I can't find it anymore. So I'm not going to be able to show all the glitches I hoped to find, but I do have a couple. A lot of these are coming from stuff that happened live on stream that were managed to be clipped or highlighted. This one actually did happen when I was PvPing against Roach, and while I was live streaming, and Roach actually clipped it because it was kind of hilarious. So again, this is on my Twitch, so if you guys ever want to go check it out, I do stream every day at about, what time do I stream at? 4 p.m. Eastern time, every single day for about an hour. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just going to, I'm going to mute this. You can tell I'm actually in the video here, but none of the sound is really important because I was losing this PvP fight badly, and I was actually just grabbing a drink, so now I wasn't paying attention. But let's just take a look, and you can see what happens, and then I'm going to actually go back and play it in slower motion. But watch this Corvus. Watch what he does. Okay, did you catch that? Did you catch what happened? Let me go back. Let me just replay that, and I'll pause it. Can I slow this down? Speed. Let's go half speed. You see this Corvus? He has offense up. He is about to make an attack here. But watch, who does he hit? Who does he hit? He attacks, and he hits nobody. He just critted 130k damage and hit nobody on my team. That's kind of ridiculous and crazy. But yeah, that was funny, and it definitely happened on stream. No idea why that happened or what the cause of it was, but apparently Corvus decided that speck of air was no longer worthy of life. So let's get into the next one. Alright, so here's another little clip, another one from the stream. This time I was not fighting Roach. I think I was actually fighting Yeah, regular. I was a regular viewer. I believe he's actually in Mr. Free to Play MSF's alliance. So Mr. Free to Play MSF. Shout out to him. He's awesome. Anyways, I was just getting. I just unlocked Domino, I believe, at this point, and we were just decided that we were going to do a balanced PvP to show off the new team. And again, I muted it. I'm there in the background, but you don't really need to hear what's happening. Just if you want to see it, you can go check it out. It's actually on my Twitch page again, and I had some major graphical issues at the time. But wait a second. My graphical issues on my green screen are not the issue. This is how my PvP match loads in. Let me show off some gameplay with my new team and possibly weird combination. I tried using Scientist Supreme so everyone could see that. But, yeah, look at that screen. Does that look right to you? Anyways, this is called a really clear view of the newest X-Force team on Marvel Strike Force. And as you can tell, I had to do an entire PvP match all blurry. I don't know how this happened. Again, I thought it was hilarious at the time. But yeah, there you go. A nice clear view of the new team on the game. Another funny glitch. Let's move on to, I believe, the final one that I have for today. I do obviously have a bunch more but I need to do a better job of organizing my stuff and the files for this. And yeah, I got to get this video out soon. So, I think I'm doing one more for today. Okay, so here it's just a screenshot. Was not recording at the time. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not actually in the way there. So let me take a look at that. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. Okay, sorry, I was literally just checking the other screen to see. But Invisible Woman has been in this game for a very long time, and she was a pretty good character. So a lot of people have been inspiring to it. So as you can tell here, Rescue is doing some Invisible Woman practice, but it's not quite ready yet, because she only made her head disappear, and while doing so, she managed to give Falcon a third arm. Anyways, this is a glitch that's actually been happening for a little bit in the game, and you see it pretty much anytime you use the new Power Armor team. It has something to do with Ironheart. When she takes damage, causes some glitches, but this is the first time I saw it, and it really made me laugh, because Rescue's head it's gone. It just disappeared, and the Falcon has a floating arm over here. I have no idea how this glitch happened. If anyone actually here is computer savvy enough and coding talented enough to have an idea of what conceptually is going on here, please tell me, because this is hilarious. I want to know what the heck is occurring here. So if you could teach me, I'd be glad to learn. Anyways, I think that wraps up the glitches, so let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so the next topic, it literally just ended not too long before I recorded this. But yeah, it was the Domino event, and it came and went. It was for Domino herself. The event itself, didn't hear of anyone actually having any difficulties with it, but that means Domino is now in the game. Someone was actually kind enough to buy me a Domino offer. That someone is Chloroform Kyle, comes by the stream every once in a while. So thank you again, Chloroform Kyle, for that. So I did actually unlock Domino before the event started. But now after the event, I ended up with like 50 shards from the drops and everything from the package that was bought for me. And now I am actually able to get a 5-star Domino. I'm at 145 out of 130. So, that was pretty awesome. I had some good RNG on some orb drops near the end. Horrendous RNG near the beginning, but it didn't really bother me because I was fortunate enough to actually have the character beforehand. Domino is a pretty good character. I love her animations, and she's pretty fun to use. And that basically wraps up the comments on Domino. So let's move on to another character release. Okay, here we have another new character that came out in this last 2-week period, and that is Ironheart. And she is very important because she is actually part of the Hydra counter in War, especially if you manage to put T4s on this ultimate, which I'm not doing right now. Don't have the kind of resources to spare for it. But anyways, I was able to get her pretty built up. Some of the blitzes happened, and there were some pretty high scores for it. I don't remember the exact numbers, but they were very high. But now Ironheart has joined the game. A great character, and definitely fits the team better than the previous characters people were using, so that's very nice. And yeah, there's some weird things going on with some of the animations and glitches, as you saw earlier with her, but she's now in the game. Her 2 blitzes have already happened. So yeah, Ironheart is here. In the theme of character releases, let's talk a bit about Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Also came out part of the X-Force team, and with her, her release method was a kind of ridiculous event with so much that happened. So let's go over and talk a bit about the Unity event. You can follow with me here as we go there, but let's actually just hit milestones so you can take a look at it. So we got two events that came out. They used Unity characters in Blitz, which I have finished all of those, but basically you use some Unity characters, you get some points, you just win Blitz battles, you win points. It's a big Blitz thing and you get some credit for that. And everything about that, I believe, was working pretty okay. The big issue was, actually there was a bit of an issue with that right at the beginning, but that's a minor issue compared to a lot of the other stuff that happened. Now this one right here. This came out and it was requiring about 65 orbs opened to get all of the rewards. As you can see, I'm not actually that close. I've been a little too busy to blitz as much as would be needed to get all of these, even if I would love them. And who knows, maybe I get some crazy RNG and make some things happen, but I'm not entirely optimistic about it. But these are some great rewards, but they wanted 65 orb openings. Now, originally, with all the free orbs and such that we were getting, that would have counted about 200 blitz wins per day. But then, obviously, it starts and ends on like premium orb blitzes and red star blitzes, which don't give you any orb frags, which made it much harder to get them. And then the first day of the Mr. Fantastic Blitz, the blitzes were not dropping the orb fragments at the correct rate. There was issues, and there was a lot of times that you would be getting 0 orb frags entirely from a blitz match, which was not supposed to happen. And for the record, I did a blitz rotation of 24 teams and kept track of all my wins and how many orb frags I got. For that first day, I had a blitz rotation where I averaged 30 orb frags per blitz win, which is 20 below the minimum possible. So there was a lot of issues and people were very upset, and they said, we're going to fix that at this tonight, and then we're going to give you guys some compensation. So it's like, okay, compensation, that'll make up for it. And then they gave us 2 more free orbs, and people were furious because it wasn't a lot, and it kind of just made it feel like this milestone was entirely designed to make you spend money, and honestly, it probably was. But within the last couple days, due to a lot of protest and such, they did come forward and say and make another statement on that. So let me actually go find that statement. Okay, so I just went to the official MSF Discord server here just to read it for you really quickly. But it says, and I quote, "Thank you for your feedback regarding the Unity event. The team looked back at the numbers and realized that there were some issues with the tuning on this event that weren't intended, making the event harder than expected. As a result, we're going to provide 5 Unity orbs a day for the final 3 days of the event. Additionally, we want to note that the Sunday Blitzes will not reward Unity orb fragments. While this is too late to address for this event, it is an issue we want to resolve in the future." Okay, so obviously we do have a lot of people demanding refunds, but it is 15 free orbs, which does make the event a little easier. If I knew this, I probably would have blitzed a little harder. Obviously, it's better to get this than not, but it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Some people had bought offers because of how bad it was, and now they're trying to get refunds. This event was not the best run event that they've done. Again, free stuff is always nice and welcome, but there was a lot of issues. The one issue I do have with this is there were issues with tuning on the event that weren't intended, making the event harder than expected. It wasn't harder than expected. It was just kind of ridiculous what they expected of us. To get the amount of orbs needed, 200 blitz wins per day is how it was originally intended for it to come to us. Then you only get 2 free orbs per blitz, so that's a total of 4 free orbs, which is lower than we ever had, and we had less time. It just wasn't great. I don't know if that's tuning, because you really just have to calculate how many orbs you think people need to get to do this. Honestly, they kind of dropped the ball with this a little, but they did seem to make progress in making up for it, and they seem to make a promise that they're going to do better in the future, and that is really all we can ask. Unfortunately, it did affect a lot of people in this period, and it's a little unfortunate. hoped it could have been better, but you know, at the same time, I did get Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and if you were blitzing and pushing, you likely at least unlocked the character. The main thing is the tier 14 gear is kind of was a lot harder to get, but that is what it is, and they did make changes, which I am very happy with. So now that wraps up the character releases, so let's actually head back over to the game and talk about some characters that are being made farmable. So just before this last little bit, again, a video has been in the working for a while now, so this is a bit older information, but just in general, we have had a lot of characters being made farmable within a very recent future, which is amazing, and obviously, let's just go over that. We've had 4 different characters. I'm not going to give you the exact dates that they made farmable, but 3 of them are currently farmable now, and 1 of them was just announced to be being made farmable, I believe, on Wednesday. So within like a week or a week and a half to a half a week. Not exactly positive on my time frame there. But first off, we had Ghost Rider come into Cosmic 3-9, which is great. So that kind of helps out with the Supernatural team that I actually just made a video on. Anyways, then we got Nexus 5-3, we got Elsa Bloodstone. That actually wraps up the entire Supernatural team. Now the entire Supernatural team is farmable. And I did mention, I did actually make a video on this team. I called it the most underrated team in Marvel Strike Force. While some people have a bit of an issue with me calling them underrated, I do believe I have not heard many people refer to them as meta in any situation. And they're an incredible team. And now that they're fully made farmable, you guys have a chance to fully invest into this team, and I highly recommend that you do. But not only that, we've had some other really good characters or important characters making appearances in various places. So I was hoping that there would be one popping up right here, but there is not. But we have Mr. Sinister, who is now in the War Store, which is amazing. He is a great character. He can help you from right away till very late game. Great character. Unfortunately, War Store involves a lot of characters that you kind of need. You need Sif, you need Carnage, you need Mr. Sinister. Then you need a whole bunch of tier 14 gear. There's a lot of great stuff in there. We had some store updates, of course, like the ability to buy credits, Elite War credits, and Elite 4 credits, all with Alliance credits, which is the Stark Tech currency. So if you max that, that's pretty great. Really happy about this change. For a while, it showed an Ultimate store here, but it no longer exists. So not sure what's going there. They didn't have anything but Ultimate orbs, but potentially they're thinking about doing something with your Ultimate credits. So some store changes, of course. But again, one last character that is coming soon. They have announced that Toad will be coming to the Blitz store, which is amazing. So there we go. We got some new characters that have been released. We have some characters that are being made farmable. All big positives. Again, we had the one issue with the actual event. But anyways, we did have a bunch of characters coming to the game and a lot of them being made farmable. So these are good things. So now let's actually talk a bit about a couple of less good things really quick. Okay, so we actually got an update that the raid season leaderboards have been updated to change how they all function and the rewards you get in each single category and column. And they basically said that no matter that all of the categories except top 1 have been changed. I don't actually have that screenshot on me, but that it was actually said word for word, and I can confirm that's not technically true. For most of these, there was an update of 5 to 15 T4 ability materials, but hello, here we got top 10% did not change. So that is a bit of an issue. Actually, in Negasonic Teenage Warhead's blog post, there was another typo about her, just another typo thing, where they said that she did something in her kit that she doesn't. So there we go, we got that, which is not true, but it is an update, and it is an update that I like. With this and the war season that they've changed, they've made some really good changes, but they did not say the technical truth, and it is the category that I fall into, so it is something I noticed very easily. So something else that is bad, there is a big elephant in the room, so let me just talk about that really quick. Oh, I've got to launch my raids. Good to know. Different issue. we had a content creator who used to be part of the Envoy program, who is no longer part of the Envoy program. Of course, the person I'm talking about is Casino. Just so you guys have some information, I don't want to go too much into this. I've received a lot of questions about this, and I've had to talk about it a lot. Casino, what happened is Casino was on stream, and then he was kind of made a little disclaimer, and then went in to make some comments or jokes in regards to the newest character to come to the game, and that is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. He prefaced the comments by saying, I think the fact that she is a lesbian makes her even better, but then went on to use some terms that were highly offensive to that community. And a lot of people were very upset, and Fox Next decided that he should no longer be associated with the game and that they will not be working with him in the future. A lot has transpired in this situation. A lot of people believed his initial reaction to not be very genuine or apologetic. He has since made additional apologies, and I'd rather for you guys to go check that all out for yourself. What I will say is, I guarantee you, the words that he used will never be used on this channel. I won't allow people to speak like that in any chats or comments. Just be kind to each other. Whatever your opinion is, if you have something to say and it isn't uplifting and it is something like that, don't do it around here. It's not. Just be good to people, man. My channel is here to help people. That's everyone. Not really much more to say on that, but again, if you have any further questions and you do want to talk to me about it, feel free, reach out. But this video is not entirely the place, but it did happen. It is important for people to know. So that is that. And now another thing, which is a bad and a good. Let's get into that really quickly. And yeah, I'll just talk about that really quick, and then we'll move on. One last bad, but kind of good. All right, so what I'm talking about, the bad is this game has been riddled with blitz bots for a long time. A lot of people are using these feed things, which basically are auto-blitzing for you as much as you tell them to, which is definitely cheating, and it is definitely clear on this type of event with the Unity Orbs and everything that it just wasn't great. It was a lot of that going on, and Foxnext has finally made a clear and direct statement about it. They've now stated that it is in fact cheating. Because they haven't made a clear enough statement in the past, they're not going to be retroactively permabanning anyone. But if anyone is caught using this in the future, they will be permanently banned in the future. Well, actually, let's be clear. It says you will risk being banned from your account permanently. Thank you for your plan while we establish patience while we establish a plan. Awesome. They're addressing it. There are a couple things. I do wish they would have been a little more proactive with this. And I believe they had already said something about it, kind of, which made it indicate that it was cheating. But, if they didn't declare it cheating, it makes it a little hard to do a band now. But it is quite fair of everything. The one thing I do wish that was better, you will risk being banned from your account permanently. This should be, you will be banned from your account permanently. Guys, don't cheat. Don't cheat. Play the game fair. It's a game, guys. But some people really put a lot of effort into it, and it's not fair to steal their rewards just by paying for a bot. So they are going harder on that, and that is a good thing. So yeah, that's pretty great. So we have got that. And another thing that has been bad in the past that is getting better. Let's see, it should be right around there. It's not that one, so let's go right up. Not there. Here we go. ISO 8. So I'm not going to actually go into this, just want to talk about it really quick. ISO 8. This was a controversial decision from the beginning, but it has me excited for a couple of reasons. One of the things that this game has always struggled with is communication. ISO 8, they have been communicating incredibly well. Since then, they've still had communication issues, but with ISO 8, they've given us tons of updates, some previews. They've playtested this twice. Another issue with this game is quality assurance. There's a lot of issues when things come live. They don't playtest enough. 2 playtests. That's 2 more than a lot of this stuff gets, in my opinion. So I would like to say they are doing a much better job in a lot of areas of the game in regards to ISO 8. And there's some stuff about it that makes me excited. I believe it could lead to a brand new rebirth in theory crafting, which there will be some stuff on my channel about. I did make a video talking a bit about it, but there's also a video kind of highlighting this aspect with Mr. Free to Play and Sunraven coming out hopefully tomorrow by the time that you see this video. So yeah, that's pretty great. ISO 8 is coming to the game. Something else coming to the game in the near future, just so you guys know, is they've announced a whole bunch of new stuff coming here. What's that? All right. Actually, let's talk about one more bad thing, sort of. There was another orb that was changed. However, it was something that we only noticed for like a day, and then it was changed right away. But they did not let us know ahead of time. So they did clarify everything that's happening. They apologized for the lack of communication. It is being reverted so that you guys have a chance to take advantage. And then they're telling us exactly what it's going to be turned into, which is the right way to go about this. Don't stealth change things. You make a mistake, you make a bug, let us know about it, then tell us you're fixing it. Plain and simple. You can fix it right away if you just tell us. But yeah, so milestone orbs, they're being reverted back temporarily to the way they were. And shout out to Tana for kind of covering this issue more thoroughly, so go check out his channel if you guys want to learn more. But now they actually have another thing coming to the game is the Fun in the Sun milestones. It's really hot here, so it kind of makes a lot of sense, all of this. But the important thing is there is an orb event coming with it. Orb opening event. It involves gold orbs, premium orbs, mega orbs, blitz orbs, war gear orbs, and raid gear orbs. So if you want to save any of that, go ahead and do so, and you can use it to get some pretty good stuff if my memory is correct and what it says. So it's free stuff no matter what, so you might as well save those orbs. The one thing I will say is personal opinion here, I feel the Symbiote Spider-Man milestones are going to be coming right after this. So you might want to hold on to your gold orbs even a little extra, but I have no reason and no substantiating evidence, nothing to prove it, just kind of an instinct. But yeah, that is a lot of the stuff coming to the game. So let's actually go over some more community content and stuff like that. So I've already talked about teams that have come to the game recently. So right now, let me just talk to you about a team that came a little bit before that and show off some gameplay from another content creator in the game. Alright, so this again comes from Roach788, as you can see here. And this is just a bit of a display of Black Order's power. There's 2 clips I'm going to be showing from him. He streams this game. I don't actually know the schedule. If you want to go check him out, feel free. He does have a pretty great Black Order team. So let's actually hit play, but I'm not going to show the whole clip because it's kind of long. But you can see it is a 509k as Guardians. And his Black Order team that he's using here is, it should show up any second now, 452k. I have seen bigger punch-ups, but anyways, he submitted this and definitely thought it was worth the appearance on the video. So what we're going to do right now is, it is on super slow motion, which is not on purpose. So let's actually put it 1.25 for a second. It's going to speed it up a little bit much, actually 1.5. So we can actually get through this clip a little quicker. But what you're going to see is just basically him tearing through an Asgardian team. It's actually quite close. I don't think all of the gameplay was entirely perfect here, but just so you guys kind of get an understanding and a feeling for how the team can work, even in this situation. So, we get the flip here, but it was all actually meant to show you one thing. So, as we get a little closer to it, I am actually going to bring it back to ×1 right here. Here we go. Watch what this does. He absolutely demolishes the field with that one Thanos ult. And then he can just stun the Hela, of course, and it's basically GG from there. Easy win. Speed it back up so you guys can see that. There we go, and boom, boom. So it wasn't a perfect fight. Some things went wrong. Again, it is a pretty big punch-up, and it may have been in security. I don't actually remember which room it was in. But anyways, there we go. Black Order beating up on a very big Asgardian team. So, from here, let me actually go find the other clip that he wanted me to show you, so I will find that for you real quick. And we'll go watch that, and then just a couple more things, and then we're done for the day. Okay, here we are again. Like I said, another part of some Black Order gameplay here from Roach. So it's just going to be something quick here, but let's take a look. Watch. This is actually in Raid, and I think it was mostly just showing off the power of Thanos' ult. So watch what happens. He uses that ult. He completely wipes out an entire wave with just the Thanos ult, and he just kind of punches through. Again, this is on Ultima 7. But you can kind of get an idea that if you get a really big Black Order team, they do pretty well in raids. And I have tested it. They do pretty decent in raids. They're not the best team ever for raids. But there you go. That is a 23-second node clear on Ultima 7. And as you can see here, it is node K4. But yeah, that wraps up the gameplay part of the segment from Roach. Thank you a lot for that. And now let's just finish off with a couple of last little things here. All right. So, oops, I hit a wrong button. That probably messed it up. But anyways, here we are. We're actually in my Discord server for this. This is another community submission for a little thing to make it in the video. As you can see, it is in the This Past Week in MSF channel, where you can actually see what I write. Every week I'll be making a video going over all the things to happen in this game on a game-wide scale to the individual scale. If you have anything game-related that would like to be a part of it, put a screenshot or a video clip here, or just send it to me. There we go, and I misspelled directly. So let me actually fix that because, oops, directly. Perfect. No, I'm not, no, bad game. Stop it. Bad buttons. And there we go. So we do have a singular submission I wanted to show you guys from here. Comic Salvage was talking about the fact he got into DD3, so congratulations. This is his team, and he does want to clarify. The Rhino is because it was a 7 red star, and he said he would max out whoever was his first 7 red star, so there we go. Here is his team, and congratulations for getting your way into Dark Dimension 3. Also, within the last week, I believe, actually looks like it was a little longer than a week ago, but recently I was fortunate enough to actually be a guest on a video by Pokemon. As some of you may know, Pokemon is one of the oldest and most original content creators for the entire game. By oldest, I do not mean in age, but by length of time, as he is probably the youngest content creator for the game. But if you want to check that out, go check out his channel. And as you can see, I'm on Strike Episode 2 featuring me. And we just do a bit of chatting and about some things. I do a bit of trivia, tell some stories, so if you guys want to go check that out, feel free. Also, episode 1's pretty great, and that has Mr. Free to Play MSF. And you know, on this channel, we love Mr. Free to Play MSF. He is great, especially for all your free to play needs. And then, of course, I did put out some videos, again, with Mr. Free to Play MSF and Send Raven. I did put out a couple of the two sides of Marvel Strike Force videos, or the two sides videos. We talked about the best and worst characters to put your resources into, teams, and that one actually had a lot of controversial answers, and admittedly, it was a very long video, but it's a lot of fun. You guys can go check that out. And then the next week we had a shorter one, which is the top 5 characters you will never regret investing into, and we of course have another one of those coming out tomorrow. We have those videos going out every single Monday at a 6 to 8 p.m. range Eastern Time, depending how long YouTube wants to take. I also put out a video discussing my thoughts on ISO 8 if you want to check that out. And I did put a video out about Supernatural and why I feel they're underrated. A lot more coming your way. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video in this type format. I'm going to be making changes with this in the future until I get a really nice groove that I really like with it. But anyways, thank you guys a ton for coming out, and thank you guys for watching this. If you guys want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, or check me out on Twitch or YouTube, where I do stream every single day and will be for quite a while. Anyways, thank you guys. I hope this helped. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know any feedback that you may have down in the comments or in my Discord. A bunch of other links in the video description. That pretty much covers it up. I hope you had a good week. And as always, I'm...